Hello, everyone, and good evening or good morning in other time zones. or afternoon in India. So welcome everyone for our week 4 of intermediate sessions. And it's all about establishing the innocence within you. This week is all about that. So just to recap on where we were or what we started with, we had a 21 days series wherein we met for 21 days continuously and worked on understanding what Sahaja Yoga meditation is, awakening our Kundalini, and then establishing experience that we can rely upon or that we can believe in too. And now that the experience was established within us, we have continued beyond that now to the idea is to go deeper into that experience and have that profound effect. I mean, we had a taste of it during the 21 days that it does work. It does allow us to establish or ground us down. It does establish a state of silence within us or peace, tranquility within us. It allows us to look at ourselves as a different person, and from that, like a third position, we can look at our own actions and how we are doing, and allows us to identify our weaknesses and then accept them to begin with and then work on it, eventually. That was what that 21 days was about. Now it is about taking this further, deepening that understanding and have a solid experience that we know that rather will go into our subconscious, I would say, wherein we will knowingly or unknowingly will just understand that how it works. So we just want to deepen that state. So that's the intention of this intermediate session series. And today is week 4, day 4 of the series, or rather week 4. And today we'll talk about establishing the innocence within us and meditate around and understand more about innocence and how it helps us in establishing our meditation or establishing the peace within us. So that's all about today. So before I go any further, I will allow you to unmute yourself and ask any question, clarification, or anything that you would like to share with everyone, your experience quickly. 1 or 2 people can do that sharing, so that we don't put a lot of time on it and yet continue with our session. So any questions, anyone? So those people who are watching on YouTube, if you would like to ask us question, you can join our WhatsApp group, or you can drop a question on the video itself, and we'll be able to address those questions in the upcoming session, because I do not have access to the YouTube right now to watch the questions if you're posting anything. But yeah, we'll try to address your question during the weekdays when we have Zoom sessions, or we will answer it on the video itself. Or you can email us 21daysmay2022@gmail.com. So that's the email ID that you can reply back to us. Anyone? Cool. All right, so I'll take over the privilege to unmute yourself so that we have uninterrupted session now. Okay, so first thing first, so today's agenda is all about short meditation to check our state, which we have been doing every single day. We will then learn about what Muladhara Chakra is. That's what the intention of today's session is, actually. Listen to Shri Mataji about Muladhara Chakra and the innocence within us, have some meditation, and towards the end we can again have a question answer session to understand around the topic, or if you got any questions during your practice in the last 3 weeks, so whatever it is. Yeah, so we'll take those questions. So but before we go there, I think I missed the slide. Okay, so let's come back here and let's raise our Kundalini. So raise our Kundalini 3 times and tie a knot on top of her head. 1, 2, and 3. And then form in a half circle around our body, starting from the left hand or the shoulder or the head to the right and come back again. That's 1. We have got 7 chakras, so we do that 7 times. And as you do that, if you can pay attention to your awareness on your hands, it will be great. Okay. So our 5-step process, step 1 we have done, raising our Kundalini. Now let's do that as second step, wherein we put both our hands out on our lap, keep them open, fingers pointing towards Shri Mataji's photo on your screen, palm facing upwards. So I'm showing my hands on my video, if you can see on the side corner. So that's how you put your hands on your lap. So gently look at Shri Mataji's forehead, mark on the forehead, that's Bindi. Steady down our eyes. That's the second step that we are trying to get into. And do the breathing technique now, wherein we breathe in gently, hold the breath in our heart or chest, gently breathe out, hold outside, then gently breathe in again, and continue that cycle of breathing for next like 10 cycles maybe. Now step 3, bring our attention to our palms, fingertips. While we do the breathing technique continuously, we pay attention to our palms and see whether we feel something on our palm. What is the awareness that we have on our palms? What do we feel? Right? Do we feel our fingers or hands or palms are light, heavy, warm, cool, slightly pinching or tickling? Whatever it is, so just pay attention to that expression of the energy through your palms while you do breathing technique. And now accept ourselves, like, there might be some thoughts crossing our mind. Some thoughts are happy thoughts, some are not so happy. And we just, like the ones which are not happy, we kind of, protest against those thoughts, knowingly, unknowingly. And the happy thoughts, we kind of mingle with them. Either way, all we have to do is just be aware of them. That's it. But let's not fight against or be party with anything. Just try to dissociate ourselves from them and just see them as an event within us. That there is some event happening and we are just watching that event. And if you see some faults with yourself, just accept them. Like a mother, we gave that example, right? If the mother loves the child, right? It's just take an example. If there is a small child and having a runny nose, if the child is not yours, you will feel a little bit awkward saying, oh gosh, you know, so the runny nose and not so good, and you will not feel anything good about it. But if you're a mother or father, or if the child belongs to you, you will ignore that problem and rather express your love. And when you express your love, you will clean the child, right? And not think about the dirty side of things. So likewise, look at yourself as your child, and rather than looking at faults, see that what you can do, how you can express the love for yourself. So just accept yourself as is, and that is how you can express your love. And the moment you accept yourself, you will have better awareness on your hand immediately. See that whether that happens. So ignore our faults and feel closer to yourself. And keep doing the breathing and see how you have awareness on your hands. So now let's go to the next step, the fifth step. Put our right hand, or if you're on a chair, drop your right hand towards Mother Earth. Or if you're sitting on the ground, put your right hand on Mother Earth. Left hand remains in your lap. You may close your eyes now if you like. And pray to that Mother energy. Oh Kundalini, Mother Kundalini, please cleanse my left side. Take away all that is bothering me. Take away all the garbage from my past that I have gathered. And fill me up with a pure desire and pure joy. Bring the hand back in the lap, right hand. Left hand, you can fold it up. Raise your hand towards the sky. Palm facing backwards at the level of your ears. Fingers pointing to the sky. And attention on the right hand palm. And there you say, oh Mother Kundalini, please take away all the side effects of overthinking, over planning, being over ambitious, and over worrisome. All those things, please take them away. And kindly establish kindly establish peace and tranquility within me. Bring your left hand down and raise your hand, right hand. Use your right hand. Start from the bottom of the spine and slowly raise through the middle of your body towards your head. So start from the bottom of the spine. Lift your hand slowly upwards as if you are lifting your energy within and bringing it to the head. And drop it on the head. And then lift your right hand 2 inches above your head and see how you feel there. Do you feel some sort of like magnetism between the hand and the head? Some sort of fountain coming out of your head, touching your palm, cool, warm, or maybe nothing for some people. If you don't feel anything, just say, I forgive myself. I forgive everyone. And don't push yourself mentally, by the way. It has to be natural. Bring the right hand down. Take your left hand over the head. Sorry. And lift it 1 or 2 inches above the head and see how you feel with the left hand. Cool or warm. Bring that hand down. And see if that silence, state of silence is established within us. So you can open your eyes and let's learn about this chakra a little bit now. So in general, some tips to remain in meditation or remain in balance during our day to day. Yeah, of course, daily meditation is the most important thing. But if you get worked out, stressed, you can look at 3 feet below or 6 feet and high above, So that's the beautiful part of this Mother Earth is. So where anything that is 3 feet on below, like flowers, green grass, small animals, they will give you joy when you look at them. Likewise, sky or anything be more than 6 feet high, it will also give you that, So you can look at nature, look at sky. That will help you a bit if you get stressed out. Or another idea to bring yourself back in balance during your day is that just quickly close your eyes for a couple of seconds, do the breathing technique, and bring your attention inside or the top of the head and check yourself up, That just take hardly like 5-10 seconds and that's it. You can do that and go back to your work again. And another way that you can do is use your right hand, put it in your left side of your chest. That is left heart, we call the left side of the heart, and that's where the spirit resides. So bring your attention there for a couple of seconds, close your eyes, bring your attention there, and just pay attention to your breathing. Or you can use your right hand and like raise your kundalini like this couple of times. Yeah. Do that more often during the day, and you will feel that like you are more and more aware of that energy that is flowing through us, and the attention goes to that energy automatically. A piece of silence, like the state of silence established within us, that rapport with ourselves happens, and then we kind of come to like a say like consciousness that what's going on, and then it is very easy to find our way through. Yeah. So that's quick tips that I just wanted to share with you. So let's talk about Muladhara Chakra today. This chakra, as you can see, it is on the feet. It is here at the heel, just below the heel. On the hands, you can see that at the base of the palm, these two, left and right, Muladhara Chakra. And on the spinal cord, when you see the spinal cord, this last dot is where that Muladhara Chakra is, So when you sit on the ground or on the chair, this is the point that touches. So that's where Muladhara Chakra is. And the quality of the chakra is innocence. Yeah. So that is what is the quality that they also call that as a root chakra, actually, the root chakra, because that's the base. And if this chakra is if this chakra is in a little bit good condition, only then the kundalini will rise up and you will feel your realization. If not, if it's completely shattered, this chakra is like in a very bad state, then many people, they have hard time feeling or awakening the kundalini itself. More than feeling, it is probably awakening is very difficult. Feeling comes through the Vishuddhi chakra. So yeah, awakening of those people is very difficult. So that's where this chakra is. Quickly, the color of this chakra that is associated with this coral red. We have learned about 5 elements during our 21 days. So the earth element is the element that we can use to cleanse our chakra. How? We'll just shortly tell you. There are different planets we have got, and the planets that's associated with this chakra is Mars. The day is Tuesday. That's when mostly you will feel more and more energy around this chakra. The chakra's energy is being active. The stone that is that will have some sort of influence on this chakra is a coral. And the quality of this chakra is innocence of the child and wisdom. Yeah. The organs that it look after this chakra is reproductive and excretionary organs that we got. So anything wrong with this chakra will have impact on this particular functions of the body. And on the geographical map, the region that is associated with this chakra is Australia or the Mount Uluru. And Shri Mataji says that Mother Earth is the one who is symbolized within us as Muladhara Chakra. So whatever we see outside in the space and around us and on the earth, it has got its micro image within us. And in fact, I would say the micro image is outside and there is a macro image within us. There is a vast, deep, deep, space within us, and that space represents everything inside, and the representation outside is around us. So that's what these information bits and pieces are all about. Yeah. So what we'll do is now we will quickly understand about this chakra. So I'll just quickly show you. So you see this is what our spinal cord or our chakra is. This hole I'm talking about, and that's where that's through which the kundalini energy will rise. Through the chakra it will go, and so it will come up like this. So any chakra has got left and right side, and if we pull the left side this side or the right side this side, you see this opening, this hole becomes smaller and smaller, and it becomes difficult. And if it's completely out of order, then kundalini has tough time rising through that chakra. And that's why we are saying that we should bring left and right side in balance, so that it gives the path for kundalini to rise up. Yeah, that is why balancing is so important. Yeah. So yeah. So coming back to about this chakra, innocence. So innocence is very important within us. And I tell you, like when we are child or children in that state, that's when we have that innocence most beautifully expressed through us actually. And as we grow older, we learn, we get the knowledge, so-called knowledge, which we are going to listen from Shri Mataji about what that knowledge we think is. But that knowledge is what is not being innocent, and we kind of acquire like a cunningness, how to show others down, and and forget that love is the most beautiful expression of innocence actually. Yeah. And we kind of tend to digress from that and get into funny ideas about what the love could be. Yeah. But it is that love which the child expresses to the other people, the mother, father, or people around us. And that is the innocence that we all have within us. It's just that as we grow older, we kind of cover that innocence within us. So innocence is something that is not tarnishable, but it is can be clouded with the things that we learn over a period of our life. And when Kundalini energies awaken, those clouds are removed, and then that innocence within us can shine us again. And we will again listen from Shri Mataji how that innocence can be expressed beautifully through our personality, without, I mean, people think that being innocent means being fool, or you can be easily cheated, or you can be easily manipulated by people. That's not what we want to be, right? That's what our understanding of innocence means. But no, we can still be not manipulated by others, we can still be not dominated by others, we can still not be fooled by others, but yet we can still remain innocent. And when that innocence is awakened within us, it gives us that beautiful state, or beautiful, what I would say, a personality within us, that we just don't worry about people around us, and a sense of security gets established. And the Muladhara Chakra is, so each we haven't spoken about it in detail before, but each chakra has got a certain powers. So the energy that drives this universe, the energy that drives these planets, energy that drives this nature, is that all-pervading power that Shri Mataji has referred to it, and that power has given us that self-realization. Yeah, remember that. That power is being referred to as God in all the religions, and the aspects of that power are defined in different religion in different ways. One of the aspect that power is that innocence, power of innocence, and that power of innocence is within us in our Muladhara Chakra. Uh, in a Hindu mythology, or they say that it's called as Lord Ganesha. So there is a name given to that power of innocence. It's called as represented through a god called Lord Ganesha. So we say that Lord Ganesha resides in that chakra. And when we worship Lord Ganesha, it allows, gives us the blessings to be more innocent. So when we say worship to that God, means we worship that power of that innocence within us. So when we worship that deity within us, that power of innocence within us, this chakra is awakened. So that's another thing that we talk about deities for each chakras. And so we can look at those deities as an ideals of that chakra, and through understanding those deities and the stories around it, we can learn to express ourselves in a proper way, and then fix that chakra, because ultimately it is our behavior inside and out that actually puts us into the left side or left side, right side, and introduces imbalance within us. But the moment we look at those deities and the stories around those deities, we understand how to express that chakra in a proper way. And when we follow that behavior, when we follow that way of life, it fixes that chakra from outside. But from inside, it is that meditation, allowing Mother Kundalini to work through us, is that what fixes that chakra. So I would not talk too much about it. Rather, we will listen to Shri Mataji, and try to meditate on that chakra after we are done with listening to Shri Mataji. So I'll just share that speech. So let us listen to her. What is Muladhara Chakra is. So just a second. So give me a second. Here it is. So yeah. So when we are listening to Shri Mataji about the chakra, what I would suggest is you keep your hands open in your lap. And I showed you before this is where our Muladhara Chakra is, on our hands, base of the palm, that center. You can see the base of the center. So you pay attention to that point on your hand and see how you feel your experience of that energy on your hand while you are listening to Shri Mataji about Muladhara Chakra. Yeah? So yeah, let's listen to Shri Mataji and see how it happens.
But as Kundalini rises, on every center, you start getting the light of that center. At the first center, you get back your innocence. Your eyes become innocent. Your behavior becomes innocent. You are not filled with lust and greed. You don't look at things with lust and greed, but you look at things with innocence, which is a very big thing that people have lost, and that you get back. And such a person develops many qualities. One of them is that such a person is full of fragrance. Such a person has a tremendous gravity. Tremendous gravity. And such a person has tremendous dynamism, and attraction is a bad word, so I don't want to use it, but magnetic. His magnet is awakened within him. This is the center of your magnet, of the earth. Such a person develops a tremendous sense of roads, and sense of direction. You place him anywhere, he will know where to go, like birds. You place birds anywhere, they know which side is north, south, east, west. In the same way, you also develop your lost innocence and your magnet within you by which you have proper direction. But the highest of all, you develop the proper direction to wisdom, which is a wise thing to do. You just don't do stupid things. You just don't do. Even if you ever try to do it, you will not do it because you know it is so stupid. Just you don't do it. I mean, it is so simple to be wise than to be stupid. Because if you have to be stupid, you have to go out of the way to be stupid and idiotic. But if you want to be normal and wise, is the easiest thing to do. But what people do is to do things that would make them more and more stupid, nonsensical. Because also some people told me they do it, the reason being they think they have a nuisance value. Like in London now we have one funny stuff going on, they call it what? Punk rock. You see, it's a funny stuff. Now, poor things, they don't know what they are doing. And I think only value of that punk rock system is this, that they try to sort of make a nuisance out of them so that people feel attracted towards them, or sort of a significance out of them. But when you become a realized soul, you realize your significance because you understand you are part and parcel of the whole, and that your significance is to give realization to others. The highest of highest, that's what you have to do. Now you are a saint. And that's how the whole attitude of cheapishness, of outward shallowness finishes, and you become a serene, dignified personality. This is not possible through any sermon, any lecture. It is only possible when the Kundalini rises, you become like a very dignified child. Very dignified child. I had seen one beautiful painting done of Mother Mary being taught first time. If you see her as a child, she is a very dignified personality. As a child, she is about 10 years of age. I have seen my own grandchildren who are not very old but extremely dignified. They walk like kings, behave like kings. In every behavior, you find there's such a dignity. They'll never do something shallow. They'll never ask for anything. They never weep for anything. They never cry for anything. They're so dignified and they understand it so well what is dignity is. I don't have to tell them because they're born realized. In the same way, you become that. Nobody has to tell you that do this or do that. But you understand that you must have self-respect. This happens to you automatically. This is actualization. Nobody has to tell you that you be dignified, you just become. I have seen people who were absolutely absurd. Even from this punk rock we got some people. And they were so changed that people could not recognize them. But one thing bad has happened with this punk rock, that they put some sort of dye in their head, and since then their eyes became very weak. Because these dyes, I think, make the optic lobe covered with some sort of a color, and you can't see properly, and the eyes became very weak. And it took some time for us to remove the effect of those dyes from their head. We go headlong. What's wrong? There's nothing wrong in this world if it is a stupid fool. But for a wise man, there are very many things which are absolutely wrong, and there are very many things which are absolutely correct. So you develop your wisdom by this first sentence.
So that is about Muladhara Chakra. So what we'll do quickly now, we'll use the earth element to meditate on Muladhara Chakra and understand more from Shri Mataji again. So just let's spend a couple of minutes. So what you can do is, you can put your right hand on Mother Earth or drop your right hand towards Mother Earth. Close your eyes. In fact, I would say, let's put both hands, suspended to Mother Earth. Or if you're sitting on the ground, put both your hands on the ground. And request, oh Mother Earth, kindly please suck away all the problems of my Muladhara Chakra. I am going to be worthy of your attention. Please make me innocent so that I am innocent. Oh Mother Earth, please make me innocent so that I am in your attention. So that I am dignified. As you pray this, do the breathing technique and pay attention to your Muladhara Chakra at the bottom of your spine. As you do the breathing technique, pay attention to that chakra for a minute, yeah? And then we will continue again. So let's do that. So you can open your eyes now again, and we'll listen to again Shri Mataji about Muladhara Chakra again, and what innocence means and how we can express ourselves. Yeah.
But why again? Why to have this maturity? Why to have this innocence? Again, because you are rational people. So one can ask a question, why? Innocence is the way you really give fun to others. Create the fun part of it. The fun is created only through innocence. And innocence is the only way you can really emit also the fun. Imagine this world without any fun. What would happen? But people are very much confused with the fun and the pleasures. The pleasure is uh, nice to begin with and horrible to end with. But fun is a treasure. Anything that is full of fun, you remember all your life, you can tell others. It's such a embodiment of fun creation.
On ne peut pas imaginer no words in French, Mataji.
No word in French but fun.
Can you imagine this French language is diplomatic? No word for fun.
No, but it's not that.
It's exactly this meaning.
It's amusement, but it is not that. It's not so strong like fun.
Fun is
Fun
so
is strong.
sweet.
Yes.
Strong and so beautiful.
Amusement, c'est pas.
Like I'll give you a simple example how these children create fun out of something. They make everything into a fun, you see. And now, you see, even when they speak or they say things, also they create such a fun out of it. The other day, my youngest grandchild, that's Anupama, she's hardly now 6 years, was playing, and she went up to the top of the house somewhere, and then we heard a big thud, you see. And my daughter, she's a very frantic mother, always worried about her children's well-being.
Qui est
Fun,
toujours
eh?
très soucieuse
And she couldn't even walk here. You see, her legs became heavy with worry, and she was walking to find out what's coming down now. So she shouted for the child, and the child came running down. She was quite all right. So she shouted at her, and she said, "What happened? Where did you go? Why did you go?" She just started shouting at her. So this child looked at her quite puzzled, and she waited for her to stop her shouting. And she said very quietly, "I have not come all the way from Riyadh here to die."
Et elle lui dit très calmement, je ne suis pas venue tout le voyage de Riyad jusqu'ici uniquement pour mourir.
E la bambina ha detto alla sua madre, ma tu credi che io ho fatto tutto il viaggio da Riyadh fino a qui a Londra per morire?
That's wisdom.
So there are so many things which we write it down. It's all fun and natural fun that they have it out of everything. You see, we can have now here all the children who are here. There's so many things you can write them down, how beautiful things they are doing, and how there is a twinkle of a mischief in their eyes that they want to create a fun out of it. Fun is joy giving. It gives you joy. It's not just a sort of a coaxing in any way or hurting in any way or anything sadistic in it, but it's just blossoming.
Non, c'est pas ça.
That fun is nothing but blossoming. It doesn't tease anyone, doesn't hurt anyone, doesn't trouble anyone, but just blossoms the whole thing into fragrance. It is the divine trick. It has something higher than that also. That if you are innocent, you really can feel the joy. So an innocent person can feel the joy of something which a very serious and a very rational person may never see. An innocent person may laugh loudly at a thing. To other people, it may not be something funny. So the fun creation is not a dubious thing. It's a very straightforward, simple, spontaneous blossoming. Now, in Geneva, people are really very serious about everything. So much so that they commit suicide as a result. Because you are money oriented and you are also a sort of a take up a role of helping the whole world. Means you are very ego oriented because you want to help the whole world. Who are you to help? And thirdly, you have a stupid military here which is not needed.
Mother, excuse me, you know that yesterday it was in the newspapers that there had been again a military airplane which crashed in Switzerland with 2 dead.
With your photo next to it.
That's too much to blame me.
But especially modern the biggest military show in Switzerland, the helicopter, a new model of tanks for the future of the Swiss army. It happens now in the German Switzerland.
He says it was during a show where they wanted to show off all the military strength.
That's the fun. That's the fun. You see? So everybody is happy about it, you see, that this is the one how she is punished. Now, to help the fun more, we have got Hanumana. He's also same. He helps the fun part of Sri Ganesh. Like Ganesha who plays tricks of fun on the people who are left-sided, he plays his tricks on the right-sided people. Like there is a person who was crying too much, her husband is dead, now what to do, I'm finished, this thing, that thing, you see. And suddenly she sees her husband walking in the room. But this only he does to the people who are innocent. But to the cunning, he punishes. He'll go on pouring all kinds of miseries, one more than the other, and he'll say, now cry more and cry more. You want to cry? All right, have it more and have it more. And Hanumana on his side, say for example, when Lakshmana was sick and he had to get some medicine from one big mountain, he brought the whole mountain, see, because he said, I had no time to find it, see, so better find it now. I brought the whole mountain. He too is the same style, can be very destructive when it comes to egoistical people. Like Ravana, whose whole Lanka he burnt.
Ouais.
Yeah. So that's about innocence and how it creates fun within us, in the sense, like little children, we start enjoying little things in our life, and we don't need a lot of things to get entertained as such. So that's about innocence within us. So what we will do now quickly is we'll again go back to meditation. So let us now put both our hands towards Mother Earth again. Close your eyes. and then put our attention to the Muladhara Chakra. On the both hands, the base of the palm, there is Muladhara Chakra. So let's put our attention there. So, and again pray that, oh Mother Kundalini, please make me innocent so that I'm in your attention. And keep doing that breathing technique. And as that chakra cleanses through our meditation, see what happens to you. So pay attention to that experience. It is very important to recognize the influence or the effect of meditation on us. So for that, the breathing technique helps us to stay focused and recognize change within us. And Mother Kundalini will automatically work out through the chakra. So yeah, let's do that prayer and keep doing breathing while paying attention to our inner side. See how things change after Muladhara Chakra starts opening up. Now we'll listen to this music in the background, but we'll continue our breathing technique and attention on Muladhara Chakra and see how this music helps. I'll talk about this music part after towards the end. So you can open your eyes and again check on your head with right hand. How you feel now? Check with the left hand again. Yeah. And put both your hands out again in the lap like this. And then try to feel your palms. If you want, lift your hand up a bit, to level of your chest, like you can see in my corner video. And then try to feel your palms. See how you feel on your palms now. Yeah, cool. So let's raise our Kundalini now and take Bandhan. So I'll let you unmute yourself and ask question if you got any. But what we'll do this week, as I said, we'll follow the 5-step process. After that 5-step process, we'll put both our hands on Mother Earth and say that we'll talk to Shri Ganesha, the deity within us, that Shri Ganesha, I'm going to be worthy of your attention. Please make me innocent. That's all you will say, that affirmation, and meditate with breathing technique on Muladhara Chakra for a couple of minutes. I'll share this music piece as well. Play the music then and meditate with the music. Music does have influence on our chakras. We'll explain more through our weekday sessions. But in short, each chakra has got its frequency, and music actually goes into the same frequency, and there is a resonance that happens when there is two frequencies with the same, two waves that have same frequency. When they meet, there is a resonance, and that resonance actually kind of allows our chakra to release more energy and help us quickly. So you can meditate with this music for a couple of minutes and then end your meditation. So I would suggest this through this week. Try this meditation and see how it goes with you. All right, so you have a great week ahead. If you have got any questions, then please tell me if you would like to ask anything now. And as I said before, just a second, Shri. So before, if you have got any troubles from your childhood or something, as I said, right, and the innocence can never be destroyed. It can only be clouded by our experiences and all. As the clouds go away, that innocence will come back again. So yeah, don't be worried about it if you have some situation in your life in case. Yeah, Shri.
Yeah, Mohan, so my question is, do we also have some hand mudras also at some point of time, or is not done?
No hand mudra, there's a right. Just put two hands on the Mother Earth and then meditate, So I don't want to complicate it a bit, at the moment. Just go very simple. The idea, again, as I said, the idea is allowing our Kundalini energy to work through us, and that experience itself will really drive your whole thing. So yeah.
Do you do any is this the part of Sahaja Yoga or no? Mudra, hand mudra.
No, there is nothing like mudras and stuff that Sahaja Yoga actually emphasizes much upon. So no, very simple.
No, I was just checking online, so I just was curious on that.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mohan.
Yeah, sure. It
was really nice being with this, and thanks a lot for your all devotion and for arranging everything.
No, most welcome. As I told you, Share, right? I mean, the more I work with you guys, it's more that I go inside and explore myself. There's a hell lot to explore, believe me. It's just beautiful. You guys are just making that easier because I have to explain to you, right? So I also explore and study this topic more and more. and I find more out of that, and then I try to meditate on it and then see how that experience changes. So yeah, you guys are really helping me. Thanks to you all, actually.
Thanks a lot more.
Cool. All right. Good. Then I'll probably end the session here if we don't have any questions. So Shivon, I'll talk to you separately. Yeah.